Hi, this is Flora and Sarah.
Back at it again.
Today we're going to be interviewing Quebecois and immigrants, and we're going to see their opinion on how they find the French language.
Well, we're going to ask them questions about their mother tongue, how they learned the French language, how they learned the English language,
how they find the French language.
Exactly.
And La Loi 101.
Exactly.
Basic.
Our final essay will be more about statistics and political issues concerning this, like the difference between the French and the English language. Whereas our creative will really be up close and personal, really talking about their personal experiences as immigrants and as Quebec.
And don't take anything personal.
Yeah. So thank you for watching. We hope you enjoy it. Hi, what is your name?
Hi, my name is Omar Mora.
Are you an immigrant?
Yes, I am.
And where are you from?
Egypt.
Okay. My first question to you is, what is your mother tongue?
Arabic.
Arabic, okay. Does the French language take a huge place in your life?
Yeah, because I use it all the time in my house.
Okay, so you only speak English at home? French, I mean?
Arabic, yeah, I do speak Arabic all the time at home.
Okay, and what about the French language?
It's my third language.
Third language, okay. How would you evaluate your level of French?
100%, 10 out of 10.
Good. And do you consider that the French language is as important as the English language?
Here in Quebec, yeah, because you use it all the time. But otherwise, no.
What do you think of Bill 101?
With the law? It's not good. Well, it helps make the Quebec country like bigger. It's not a country, but like it helps make Quebec more independent. But I don't like it.
Okay. And how hard do you find that learning French? Was it hard for you?
No, because when I came, I was young, so it took me like 3 months.
3 months? Okay. Thank you very much. Hi, would you mind telling me your full name, please?
Panayoti Papavasiliou.
Okay. Are you an immigrant?
Yes.
From where?
Greece.
What is your mother tongue?
Greek.
Does the French language take a huge place in your daily life?
Not really, no.
Do you think that the French language is declining?
Yes.
Okay. And do you consider the French language as important as the English language?
No.
Why not?
Because like you said, it's declining and yeah.
What do you think of Bill 101?
I don't like it.
Why not?
Because it's pretty useless. Like it's not, I don't know, it doesn't serve much purpose.
What do you think of kids?
I don't like most of them.
Why not?
Because like the attitude or like their ignorance and yeah, they're very mean to me.
Please know that he is joking. How hard do you find the French language?
Not that hard.
Was it hard for you to learn it or not?
A bit, yeah.
And do you speak English more than you speak French?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so hi, would you mind telling me your full name, please?
Claude Adler Joseph.
Are you an immigrant?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Haiti.
Let's see. How old were you when you came here?
16.
What is your mother tongue? Or what is the first language you spoke?
Creole.
Does the French language take a huge place in your daily life?
Not really.
You don't speak it a lot?
No.
How would you evaluate your level of French? Do you speak it well?
2 on 10.
Something?
Yeah.
And do you believe that the French language in Quebec is declining?
Yeah, I think so.
Why? Why do you think so?
Because I think like there's many immigrants coming and they speak English. So I think French is declining.
And do you consider that the French language is as important as the English language? Or do you think that English is more popular?
I think English is more popular.
And why do you believe that? Do you believe it's because that French is harder to learn?
It's harder to learn, harder to write and to speak.
And how hard did you find learning French? If you speak Creole, did you still find it hard to speak French?
What?
If you speak Creole. Was it hard for you to learn French, or it was how hard was it?
It's not that hard because French is a little bit part of Creole, but it's still different, so it's a bit hard, but not that hard.
Okay. And what do you think of Québécois? What do you think of people who are Québécois?
I think.
Do you like them or no?
Huh?
You like them?
Oh, if I like them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, would you mind telling me your full name, please?
Arnav Kumana.
Are you an immigrant?
Yeah,
From where?
Rwanda.
How old were you when you first came here?
I was pretty young, I was like 2 years old.
Okay. What is your mother tongue?
Qu'est-ce que c'est comme l'allemand? Well, you guys don't know that. It's Kinyarwanda.
This is a language spoken in Rwanda?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. And does the French language take a huge place in your daily life?
Yeah, when I'm out of Banya, yeah, there's like a lot of French.
At Bani, you mostly speak English?
Yeah, because it's an English school, right?
Right. And do you think that the French language is declining in Quebec?
French language? A lot. Like more than before. Like every time I walk in Montreal, like less French people or novice and stuff like that. There's more English people around. Sure, yeah.
What do you think of Bill 101?
It's shit because it doesn't make sense. You can't force people to speak. Okay, yeah, you can't force people to speak their language. Well, I get the point where like some like you have to like establish a language, but if you want to have your own restaurant in English, then get your own restaurant in English, and whoever wants to go there will go.
And how hard did you find learning the French language? Was it hard for you when you came, or was it easy?
No, because we've been colonized by French people. It was like, well, I was already French before coming here, so yeah.
Okay, because in Rwanda there's French.
Yeah. So my mom was French. Like she spoke both. So like when she taught me both basically. It was not hard.
Okay, and how would you evaluate your level? Do you speak it well now?
French?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time and your help.
I'm on Snapchat.
Hi, would you mind telling me your full name, please?
My full name is David Brunet.
Okay, where are you from?
Plainville,
And what is your first language?
French.
French?
Yes.
And how would you explain your level of English? Do you speak English good?
Yeah, I think my English is pretty okay. but it's I learned it from video games and movies and series.
Okay. And within Quebec, do you find that the French language is declining or it's like rising? What do you think?
The French language?
Yeah.
I think I don't think it's climbing or declining.
Declining.
I just think like it's evolving into a kind of Franglish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we mixed some language, but the French doesn't lose the French part of it.
You don't lose it? Okay.
Yeah.
And do you believe that the arrival of immigrants, like a lot, because they come in vast majorities, do you think that this impacts like the way people use French? Do you find that
Yes,
immigrants
yes,
have a
like we can
tendency-
see it in because I listen to a lot of rap cap, and we can see it through this. We mix a lot of language.
Okay, so you feel that this decline is shown in music? Through
It's
music?
not a decline, but yeah, I feel it into music.
Okay, and what do you think of Bill 101?
What?
What do you think of La Loi 101?
Oh, la loi 101. For real, I see it's the the law that we have to
We have to use?
no but c'est l'affichage. C'est l'affichage. Il faut faire un affichage français, c'est ça?
Dis-le en français, c'est correct.
Ouais, c'est ça, mais je pense que la loi 101, ça fait juste protéger ça protège pas la langue française, mais ça fait que. Je sais pas comment expliquer ça, c'est bien trop. Je sais pas, attends,
And just because I don't think I asked you, but where are you from?
Brazil.
You're from Blainville?
Yes.
Okay, and do you often go to Montreal?
Not really. Last time that I went to
Yeah,
Montreal, it was
But when you go to Montreal or Laval or whatever, do you feel like that the immigrants like take over a lot, and do you
They're
feel
not-
like you're in a minority?
no. I don't feel like I'm in a minority or they're taking over Montreal or Laval, but I feel like it's completely another world. Like not another society, but like it's not that much.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for participating. And hi, would you mind telling me your full name, please?
Yeah, Philippe Besnet.
Okay, and where are you from?
Blainville.
Did you live here all your life?
Yeah,
Okay. Is French your first language? I assume it is.
yeah. French is my first language, and I speak a little bit English.
Okay. Do you speak any other languages?
No, only French and
English?
Yeah,
Where did you learn English?
at school in primary school, because my secondary school was more toughly, but to speak with customer in my job and like.
Okay. And do you feel like you're good in English?
No,
Do you feel like you're
I don't feel like I'm good in English. I try to do my best, but
Okay. And do you think that the French language is declining? Do you think that since the arrival of immigrants in Quebec these days, do you feel like this has impacted the decline of the French language?
yeah, I think but the English is really important because when you have to speak with the other country, English is
Lingua franca.
it's the main,
Shout out Juan.
it's the main language. So I think
It's
English
lingua
is
franca.
really important. So maybe it's why in Montreal everyone speak most in English.
Okay. What do you think of Bill 101?
What?
Bill 101, la loi 101. What do you think of that? What's your opinion?
My opinion about that, I don't really follow the politics, but I think that I don't really think something about that.
Do you think that this is used to preserve in some way the French language?
I think yes, but we cannot consider the French to be the only language. I think we need English to expand the country.
And what about the other languages? Do you feel like that they are taking a huge place in our lives too? That we're getting more and
they
more
have place
observed?
in our life for sure, but I think if someone speaks Spanish or Italian or
Arabic.
Arabic, but you need to speak English for sure
And
to understand the English a little bit and to can communicate with people.
And my last question to you is, how do you feel when you go to Montreal? Do you feel like you're some kind of minority, or you feel you're comfortable?
I feel comfortable.
You feel comfortable? Okay, so the impact and the arrival of immigrants, even if
I
there's
don't care about that because
you're okay.
I like people and I can speak with everybody. I think it's just to be helping, minding, and
In Blainville, do you feel like your status as a Quebecer has impacted you in any way? Do you feel like this is used like it's degrading, or because I know that when I go to my school, I feel a bit inferior because I'm a Quebecois. So in Blainville, do you feel like this has any impact on you?
no.
No impact. Well, thank you very much for participating.
The conclusion, we found that the people that are originated from Haiti and who spoke Creole, they're more à l'aise with French than with English. And on the other side, the people who are like that guy from Greece, he was more comfortable with English than French.
So what we found out was that sometimes immigrants who responded that they had a harder time learning the acquisition of French and English. They came from countries where the language is very different from French and English. For example, Greek or Arabic. It's very different, so it was harder for them to learn the language.
So for Quebecois, we find that it's really important for them, la loi 101, because it's kind of like protecting them. And yeah, so we hope that you had fun watching our video.
The Quebecois we interviewed, and not only on tape but also just face to face and asked them their opinions, we found out that they were for like the preservation of the French language, and that's why they believed that Loi 101 was important. And the other side, Québécois who didn't, well, they just didn't. They just didn't. But some words felt very like attracted to the French language, and they found that the English language was hard for them to understand because it wasn't the same lives.
So thank you for watching. Have fun.